Hey everyone, welcome to episode 18. We did it. We finished season 2 of Where's That Bar Cart? I'm one of your hosts. I am Nick Dury. Alongside me, as always, is
Gina Phillips.
Yeah, jumping in.
Daryl Purvis.
I remain Monty Scott.
He has to wait extra long to say that when GLP's on. It feels like it messes up with your timing, Monty.
I feel like he didn't wait as long because there was that extra, Gina's there, and he's like, "Oh, this has already been 4 minutes."
Hey, I paused. I waited. I was like, who's going to jump in? I left the pause.
Well, it's hard to know because when you're extra confused, it throws things off. You know what I mean? It's one thing to be regular level confused, and then you add another level to it, even more confused.
Before we get to our guest this week, who we're very excited, I just wanted to unveil something. I'm super excited to do this because I wasn't able to unveil this last episode because I was quarantined. I was in a hotel during a recording of the last episode, but I'm wearing a dorky hat right now, or it looks very dorky, but that's just because the unveiling of the first ever Where's That Bar Cart bucket hat.
Oh, yes.
What a time to do it.
No, that is nice.
Wow.
Yeah. We got it. We got them. We gave them out to each of the Bull Moose participants. I might have stealed a couple for some of my stole whatever for my co-host, but we did it. We branded a bucket hat with the Where's That Bar Cart logo.
I'll sell mine for $69.99.
We're only in the intro, and I've climaxed already.
Monty's gonna nap for the rest of this episode.
I'll be unconscious next to my bucket hat.
But this could be a movement. If you're interested, let us know. We don't have them for sale as of yet, but you never know. If there's enough demand out there, I know GLP would look good with one.
I would love one.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. I like the shade of blue too.
Oh well, thank you. Yep.
That's gonna make my eyes pop. People are gonna be talking about my eyes, so they're not gonna even notice the logo.
They're not even going to notice you hit it in the woods. Like, did you see his eyes, though?
But enough about eyes. Self-branding. Let's get to our guest today. We have just a wonderful comedian who's done just about everything you can do. I just read he's been on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno 6 times. That's pretty incredible.
I think our first Tonight Show.
Yeah, I would probably say so. Yeah. Mr. John Wing Jr. is our guest on Where's That Bar Cart? I don't know, Daryl, if you've had... I don't know, John. I'm excited to meet him.
I've only met him very briefly at a Christmas party, probably in about 2003. So
20 years ago.
Probably 2013. I'd say probably closer to that. But very much looking forward to chatting with him. He's actually a very good golfer. So that's why we asked him to be on this, not just because he's been on the Tonight Show. Hey, you've been on the Tonight Show. Would you like to come talk about golf?
How disappointed would he be if we just end up talking about golf and he's just never excited?
Well, I guess when you've been on the Tonight Show, people ask you lots of stuff. They ask you like, "Hey, you want to come on and talk about spaghetti? You want to talk about?" They just throw it out there. I'm like, "Hey, you want to talk about knitting? Anything?"
Yeah.
There's demand for your talk. People who don't golf, I don't know if you guys agree with this. People who don't golf don't like golf.
Not only do they not like it, they have zero interest in hearing about it.
Yes.
Whatsoever. Yeah.
I know. It's like they've decided they don't want it in their lives.
Yeah.
And that's that.
100%.
It's strange.
Yeah. That's why a lot of people who know me are very surprised to find out I play golf, because I don't talk about it at parties and stuff because I don't want people hating me.
Yeah, you gotta hide it.
Yeah, I mean, they already hate me for my eyes. They're already jealous.
Having his eyes pop all over the place. Well, it makes sense though. I mean, like as an example, I don't really like to talk about mail delivery, and because I've decided it's not my game. So I guess it makes sense that you're like.
Was that a reference to the Garrett Jameson episode where he compared mail delivery and golf?
No, I forgot that he did that actually.
Did he really? I missed that.
He really did. It's actually pretty incredible. I know our friend Tig, our listener Tig, really liked that one. He called that out in a post. Thank you, Tig. We appreciate that.
Was he relating it in like a positive way? Like
he was relating it in the most, I don't know if you know Garrett, but he related it in the most Garrett Jameson way you possibly could. Just looking for things that have like that there's walking in both. or, delivering an envelope is like putting the ball in a hole. It was that
Okay,
kind of, yeah. You didn't miss much, is what I'm saying.
okay.
Way to sell the podcast, Nick.
Well, you
I'm
could have
happy to
done
go
You know
back.
what? Skip that episode.
it. You
think
could have
I've
done it
heard
from
all
a
I need to
dog's
hear.
perspective.
Exactly.
Like, I hate these bastards.
But anyway, back to our podcast and promoting it.
Yeah.
John's easily one of the best comedians in Canadian history, and we're very excited to have him here today.
Thank you for sticking with us for another season. It's been a fun 18 episodes. It's been awesome, Gina, having you on the last few episodes as
And
a
I think
host.
we're gonna Gina's here for good. I think.
Yeah,
we're
for good.
we've committed.
Yeah, we're not
And,
sure about
Gina,
the other three of us, but Gina's here for good.
Gina is here.
I'm taking over entirely. I don't need you guys. Thank you
She's
for your
kicking us
podcast.
off.
Now, season 3 will be called "Where'd Those Other Hosts Go?"
It'll be called Bucket Hat for One, the Gina Louise Phillips story.
All right, everybody. Here's John Wing. Welcome, John. Thanks for doing this.
My pleasure.
Now, I talked off the top that you're actually a very good golfer.
Okay.
I should have phrased that more as a question. Are you a good golfer?
I'm not bad. I'm a decent golfer. I think my handicap right now is about 5.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's well above. That puts you in the top echelon, I would say, of golfers.
We're stuck here, John, at the last day of January. What is being that avid of a golfer, that good of a golfer? What does the off season look like? Are you working on your game at all? or
Well,
are you
you're in
completely given up?
California. You're in
Yeah, but
California right now.
California is in the,
Oh.
there's been a 3-month period of just shite weather.
Hmm.
Now I've been on the road somewhat. November was okay. We had some, oh man, I played 3 days in a row with a friend of mine. I shot, and I didn't practice much leading up to it. I shot 79 the first day, 76 the second day. And the third day we played my favorite course out here, and I was 2 under at 16T, and we got called on account of darkness.
Oh.
Oh.
So I need reps. I need a lot of reps to play. So what I've been doing is taking full months off from road work just so I can play golf. But the weather has not been helping us this year. A lot of rain, a lot of cold weather for us. Cold weather for us.
I take full months off from doing shows too, but that's just because it's Canada and there's no shows. But
Yeah.
Well, I just got my agent wrote me yesterday and said, "Hey, this ship company is booking 2024, so you better get your avails out for 2024." Okay.
Oh my
fine,
God.
put 'em out, you know.
wow.
You gotta ask him if there's still golf in 2024. I'm like, well, if there's golf, I'm not 100% sure.
Listen, my game, the pandemic allowed my game to come back. What's what happened? I played a lot in the summer of 21, and I shot my 3 best rounds ever that summer.
Wow.
And
Which
I was,
were?
2 71s and a 70.
Damn.
And
Wow.
I've had
Wow.
shots at 69. I had a par 5 18th on my favorite course out here, birdie for 69, and I didn't get it, which is.
Ah.
But what happened? I figured something out about 3 years ago, and I started putting that into practice. And then I had a full 6-month period where I played a lot of golf, and that brought my game to a place that it had never been.
I mean, we have to know what the thing was.
Well, it's all about the strike of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And the older you get, everybody thinks they need to get it back farther or increase their turn to get more distance,
Mhm.
but you don't.
Mhm.
The point is, as you get older, it's harder to bring the club back to the ball where it's supposed to be
Right.
from the top. So you need to shorten your swing
Mm.
and make the motion simpler so that you get back to the ball more consistently in the same place.
Mm.
Also, amateur golfers, virtually, I would say close to 100% of them uh, play the ball way, way too far forward in their stance,
Mm.
or every club uh, above the driver
Mhm.
or below the driver. Every club. You need to be hitting down on the ball. You need to have the ball back in your stance all day.
Hands in front of the ball at impact.
Well, yeah, but the point being, I see guys with short irons, and they're playing the ball off their front instep, and that's ridiculous.
Mhm.
You know, you're not going to get any spin on it, and they're short of the green 80% of the time.
Yeah.
So it's at my age, I'm 63. It's all about ball strike. So if you know how you're going to hit the ball, then you know, and golf is of course this weird game where there's the swing, and then there's the short game, and then there's putting, and they're all three completely different disciplines and ideas.
Mhm.
Uh, and you have to master them all. And of course, I never have. It's so rare to have all three of those together in one round, right?
Quite true. So
Yeah.
what's your history with golf? Like, what did you play as a kid? Were you,
Yeah,
you said this is,
started playing when I was about 9, and was playing regularly from age 12 all summer, to the point where we would ride our bikes to the golf course in the morning, play 18 holes, ride our bikes home for lunch, ride back to the golf course, play 18 more holes, ride home and have dinner, ride back to the golf course,
oh my God.
practice until dark, and then putt until our curfew.
Wow.
Well,
Jeez.
So when you moved to California, I mean, it must have just felt like golfer's paradise.
Well, yeah and no, because I never joined a club, and I didn't have a lot of money, and then I had kids.
Mm.
And so I didn't actually seriously come back to the game until about 2013, 2014. I played
Mm.
Oh,
Oh, I think your mic cut out, John. Oh, you're back. We just missed
played
that last
10
part.
I
Yeah.
played tennis for many years because it was way cheaper and didn't take 5 or 6 hours to play.
All right.
And then I came back to golf when my second daughter left for college, and I started playing more, and I started doing trips with the comedians. We do a trip most years, and it was on one of those trips that I figured out the shortest swing gets you back to the ball best.
Huh.
So
Interesting.
because I think you talk about like short backswing. Is that
Yeah.
what we're talking? Oh, you
Yeah.
know what? Well, Nick and Monty and I, we all have short
Yeah,
backswings. We're
very
gonna
short.
be great.
you can take a full turn, and you don't have to go past parallel.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And your power comes in the snap of the wrist, so you cock and pull coming down and give those wrists a real snap into the ball. That's where it is. And you also have to know, I mean, you have to know really what distance exactly
Yeah.
you hit every club. You have to know that. And if it's I hit it 125 yards, you know, if I get it,
Mhm.
you gotta practice enough so you get it 80% of the time,
Right.
or or something like that. So, and the big change for me as well was fairway.
Mm.
Fairway.
Mhm.
I hit so many fairways the last couple of years. I was playing with a guy, comedian friend, and I hit a wild push into the trees on like the 15th hole, and he went, "My God, he's human."
Now, will you do that thing? Like, I don't know if you're that consistent with your driver, where you'll hit your driver on every par four, or will you do that thing where you'll sacrifice distance just to hit the fairway on, say, like a short-ish par four, like 375? Are you pulling out a 3-wood or a 5-wood or a 4-iron or
No,
something?
not 375, but because my driver at peak now, I can maybe get it 270.
Mhm.
And I'm going to average about 240, 245. So 375, I got to hit driver. But any hole under 320, and where I play public courses, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of short holes. Yes, I'm going to hit 5-wood. Partly because, there's a couple of holes where I hit 4-iron because there's no point in a 35-yard pitch
Right.
because
Yeah.
I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
I want 110 yards or 105 ideally. And dog legs, shortish par fours that have a sharp dog leg. I'm going to hit an iron or a 5-wood on those as well. Yes, absolutely. You play for position. Absolutely.
Yeah, let me ask you, do you think if your kids hadn't been a burden, you would be in the 60s by now?
No, those fucking kids. I doubt. I doubt it. I work so much. The pandemic allowed me to indulge in a couple of passions. One is playing the piano. I finally got to practice that every day for the first time since I was in high school, and I finally got to play golf a lot. And really, it's that if I can do 4 days in a row, I know the last 2 days I'm gonna be there. You know, I'm gonna be on that game. So, however,
It's so interesting that you talk about piano because I also played during the pandemic more than I have in decades. And the thing that I think golf and piano have in common is like a mental relaxation because you have to focus so hard to do the thing. You can kind of, it's like almost meditative because it takes you out of everything else that you would normally be thinking about. Do you find that?
absolutely, absolutely. I started a piano podcast as well. So, and I learned, I'm taking singing lessons. I learned how to sing better than I've ever sung, and I also know you can't confuse me with a chord anymore. I'm going to be able to look at that chord and know how to play it.
Wow.
So that's relaxation. And playing golf is similar in that, especially it's one of the things for me is too, I love the 5 courses that I play because I know every shot on those courses and I know most of the breaks and I know stepping up to every tee, I know this one left is better than right. I know that, I know where to be. And music gives me that as well. I can,
Cool.
you're absolutely right. You can relax into your comfort zone of the performance, and golf is a performance. So absolutely.
If I played the piano, I'd probably like get really angry if I missed a note and throw something. It'd be a lot like golf.
Oh, I get angry too, but not all the time, and less. I get angry less. That's the key. There's a hole at Hanson Dam Golf Course that drives me up the wall. It's a 270-yard par 4, number 10. And every time I get to that tee, I think I should just write bogey on the card and go to the 11th tee. That's what I should do. Because the second half of the hole is straight uphill to a degree that is mind-boggling, and it's almost impossible to hit the green. And the green is tilted one way, but it only appears to be tilted that way. It's actually tilted the other way. So
Oh,
you
damn.
forget how fast it is when it appears as though it's uphill. It isn't, right? So it's an impossible hole. And every time I get there, I just think, you know what? Write 5 on the card. Let's just walk to 11.
And
Do you have
took-
any pianos that are your nemesis like that?
Oh, actually, I don't. And I have, when I'm on cruise ships, one of the keys when I get on a ship is there a practice room? Is there a
Mm.
piano I can go play at night and get my practice in? And what's funny about pianos is there are pianos that make you feel as though you're a better player.
That's
Really?
true. Yeah.
I've only played a Steinway once in my life, and
Yeah.
holy Jesus,
I know.
did it
It's the
play.
touch of the keys and the way that it sounds.
Yep.
Oh, I agree. But I've been in piano stores just to try out expensive pianos. It's satisfying.
My a guy who I follow, well, you know him, Seth, Family Guy, Seth
Oh,
MacFarlane.
McFarlane.
He plays piano. He sings. He likes the same songs I do from the 40s, and he's got the most expensive piano in the world, or the highest end piano that's sold, the Bosendorfer. They're like 80 grand or something.
Damn.
And
Wow.
my sister said to me, I said, 80,000 for a piano. And she said, it's worth the money.
Wow. Although you
Um,
could probably get like a great one for like 40 grand.
Used, I bet you could. But it's like
Yeah.
a club. It's like finding a wedge that works for you.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Right.
a lot of wedges, you're screwing around. That's another thing I've done in the last 3 years is completely change my clubs.
Hmm.
Every club in the bag is now different than it was 3 years ago.
Were you
Did you get
fitted for them?
fitted?
Yeah.
No, I didn't. I didn't go to a fitting. I just went by feel. And a lot of you find a new driver. It often takes 2-3 weeks
Mm.
to figure out what's the best way to hit this driver. What do I need to be doing to get this driver where I want it to be? Whereas, sometimes you take 10 swings and go, no, this ain't the club.
Mhm.
The ones I have trouble with are the hybrids.
Mm.
I have yet to find a hybrid that I really like, and I feel as though I hit well and I can control where I'm hitting it.
I wonder if that's I have the same way with hybrids. I now when I look at my hybrid, I'm like, I didn't have that as a kid. I don't know how to hit it. And that's what I
Yeah.
wonder if you're a certain age and hybrids weren't a thing when you were young, I
Yeah.
can't figure it out.
That's interesting. I haven't thought of it. I don't know that I don't think that's the way it is with me. I just haven't found one that I practiced with a lot of them. There was one I liked, but the shaft is a little too stiff for me now. I mean, it's probably a regular shaft, but all my shafts are graphite or senior now. So I'm worried about having a shaft in the bag that's completely different
Mm.
than all the other ones, because I don't want that to screw up how I'm swinging the other clubs. So I just haven't found the right one. I will, but I haven't found it yet.
I actually just took my hybrid out of the bag and put a 2-iron in and played it the last trip I was on and hit it fantastic, and it was great. Felt
Good.
super comfortable and awesome. And yeah, because I was the same, couldn't hit the hybrid anymore, was pulling it all the time or hooking it left, and this 2-iron felt fantastic. So might be
Yeah.
onto something there, Daryl.
I put a 3-iron in the bag a couple of years ago, and a guy was giving me shit about it. A very good golfer friend of mine. He said, "Yeah, nobody hits a 3-iron anymore. What do you hit?" And I said, "I need a 190 club, and I don't
Yeah.
have one." And then I got this new set of irons, and I can hit the 4-iron 205.
Wow.
So I got rid of the 3-iron. 'Cause I don't need that, you know? So, it's just, it's
John,
all about what?
how many sets of clubs did you try to get the set that you settled on?
Oh, no, I bought this. I bought a set of Maverick irons because I bought the Maverick driver and I loved it. It took me a couple of weeks, but once I got it, boom, can hit it exactly where I want it a lot of the time. And I got the Maverick irons, and again with graphite shafts, and it just took about 10 days of practice with them before I felt comfortable. And once I hit that 4-iron, I thought this is all I need. And I just went, what was it? 4-iron to pitching wedge. My other wedges are, ones I found that stick with me. I futz around between the 60 and not having the 60.
Mm.
I like my 54. I use it for most things. It's my 90-yard shot, my 90, 95. But it's that 60 one that kills me, because the closer I get to the green, the harder time I have. I had the chipping yips for the last 2 or 3 months.
Damn.
So
How'd you get over it?
haven't yet. Haven't had a
Haven't
chance.
yet. Mm. Do
Maybe
you think
we
it's
should've brought
physical? Is it
up.
physical or is it mental?
No, it's mostly mental. Lifting your head, being afraid of the shot.
Mm.
Because the thing about golf too that I adore is every shot is its own challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every shot. If you're, I mean, a chip, all chips are different, and you can't. You look at these tutorials on YouTube, and they're all teaching you how to chip, or most of them, how to chip one style,
Right.
no matter what.
Hmm.
And it's ridiculous, because you can't chip that style if there's a bunker in front of you,
Right.
and I think a lot of people forget, you look at when you're in trouble and you're looking at the shot, you got to look at it as, where do I want to leave this? Like the odds are, 20 to 1, 25 to 1. I'm getting this on the green. I'm not getting it on the green. So if I'm not, where do I want to chip it from? You
Mm.
really have to think about that. You really have to look at the shot as a realistic idea of where's my next shot coming from? Like on a par 5 when you can't hit it in 2, which, I'm playing from the white tees now. Wow,
Right.
is that fun? But if I hit a good drive, I should be able
Wouldn't
to go
know.
most of the time. What?
I said I wouldn't know.
Oh, it's senior tees. I'm playing from senior tees. But
Gina's only 40 years away from that.
okay, Gina, the on a par 5, if you can't get there in 2,
Mhm.
what's your favorite wedge distance? And
Oh.
you want to hit a shot down the fairway with an iron that will get you to that distance. That's what you want. And you also, if you know the hole, if you know the course, what's the best angle, right?
Mm.
What's the best
Right.
angle to come in? What's the angle that gives me the most green, the most target area? So I learned that many years ago, and that was a revelation to me, because for a long time I just went for every par 5, but then it was like,
Right.
no, manage it. No, where do you
Mm.
want to hit your third shot from? What's your best distance to get up and down? Like Rory did at Dubai this weekend.
Mm.
He had to birdie that last hole, and he did. He got down and 2 from like 90 yards or whatever it was. So
It's so true. Like most amateurs, if you're on a par 5 and you hit an okay driver or even a great drive and you're 240 out, and you don't have a 240-yard shot in your bag, will still pull out a hybrid or a 3-wood and try to hit it as hard as they can. And even if you do hit
Right.
it as well as you can, you leave yourself a 25 to 40 yard chip, which is really difficult. Instead,
Man.
hit a stress-free 140 yard shot with your 8 iron or 7 iron or whatever your 140 is. Leave yourself 100 yards in, and it's completely stress-free. I'm not saying you
Absolutely.
execute all the time, but it's just that's course management, and that's ego-less golf.
Plus the 3-wood that you're going to hit, you're going to feel as though you have to hit it hard,
Yeah.
and 5 times out of 10 you're going to hit a wild pull
Hmm.
into the shit.
Yeah.
Have no third shot, right?
Yeah.
I'm very different. I'd rather be 20, 25 yards short than 100 yards short.
Really?
Yeah, I just
If-
like that
if you
little
feel
bump and
confident.
run, basically. That's it. Yeah.
Absolutely. If that's your confident place, that's what you should go for.
Mm.
I don't know about, I don't know. Well, I guess I'm a little bit different than you guys. I like to flub that 3. Leave
Yeah.
leave myself just 10 yards closer. That's
Yeah.
my sweet spot.
Monty's 240 out. He wants to be 220 with his next shot. That's his goal always.
Yeah. Now I get to work.
That's funny. I like to overhit, like right over the green, and then approach it from a different angle, just for fun.
With the
Yeah, you
best
never see it
angles
from
from
the
the
other
next
side.
tee.
Do you all get to play courses you know? Because I find it's funny. I go and play my home course, play the course I grew up on, which has changed a lot in the years since I played there. And I want to play well, and I'm always playing with a guy I want to impress. And I never do play that well. But
Yeah.
And the reasoning, what was my point here? Oh, is I don't know the ins and outs of it like I used to.
Yeah.
You know, and you go for shots you shouldn't go for. Oh man, because you go for a shot you shouldn't go for. All of those shots have double bogey written all over them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think I can get it through this tree. No, you can't. Double bogey.
I think I think most amateurs would have a lot more fun if they realize that on a course you're brand new at that you've never played at, give yourself 5 to 10 strokes, just automatically.
My friend said to me they went and played Bandon Dunes,
Oh right, yeah,
and I said, "Did you have a chance to score at all?" And he said, "No, no." He said, it's just let's make some shots,
Yeah.
right? Let's go out, we'll play the round and try and get into a couple of situations where you can hit a good shot. But and while that can be enjoyable, I much prefer playing my 5 courses out here. I
Mhm.
much prefer that. So
I do find that when I play a new course, it gives me an excuse, though. That's one thing I do enjoy. I'm like, oh,
Sure.
I've never played this, so yeah, of course I took a triple on that. How would I know? You know, it does. It's a built-in excuse the whole way around.
true. Don't know the greens. Don't know
But then,
this.
like, if I play a course, like Nick and I play a lot, like the same two, because Nick's a member at one course, so I play there sometimes. And then my friend Mike is a member at another course. And I already know, like my friend Mike's, the first 5 holes are not built for a left-hander.
Mhm.
So I know every time after 5 holes, I'm gonna be really angry. And I've already, in my head, I've already just started those 5 holes 10 over. That's
Wait a minute.
literally,
They're not built for a left-hander. You mean
oh,
built for a
geez.
left-hander who can't hook it or can't fade
No,
it?
well, there's trees right off the tee on every hole. And it's like literally you've got to,
Yeah.
you're
You
looking right
tried-
at the tree and it's
Have you
like,
tried aiming away from the trees. I'm just saying.
yeah, yeah.
This whole time, Daryl, you're 10 over par.
Jesus Christ, let
Just
me
not
write this
aim.
down. Next year, new year.
I've mentioned that to Daryl before, but he's hard nosed when it comes to those trees. He's like, no, God damn it, they're getting out of the way.
I'm a lefty, goddammit.
No
He's just
respect.
hoping. He's like, one day I'll show up and they'll be gone. That's
Yeah.
my strategy. They'll just be gone one day.
That was the
Outliving
course I grew
trees.
up on. All the board of directors would always like cut down. You knew the board of director was having trouble with a certain tree because
Yeah.
it'd be gone all of a sudden. You're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, Dutch elm disease. Got that one.
The course I grew up on, the 17th hole is a 170-yard par 3 up a hill with fall off trouble on either side and bunkers on either side. And the tee box is not aimed at the hole, aimed at the green. And it takes some years of playing it to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
And they were considering they've got room. And at one of the board meetings for the club a few years ago, somebody got up and said the committee is considering moving the tee at 17 back 30 yards to make it a 200-yard par 3. And 5 guys stood up and said, "You can all fuck off with that shit right now." Hole's hard enough. So
That's great. I think it's time for the par 5. Monty, do you want to lead us in?
Somebody's on the piano right now, and they're playing a song, and they're playing the par 5. They're playing the par 5 in.
His ad-libbing is just spectacular.
Now we need a piano intro to the par 5 every time. John, question number 1, your favorite golf course?
my favorite golf course is Encino Country Club.
Okay.
Out here. It's a public course. Of the 5 that I play, it's my absolute favorite. It's where I've shot the 70, one of the 71s and one of the 70s, and this, yeah, 2 70s right there, 2 70s there and a 71. Yeah, it's my favorite.
That's
What
awesome.
makes it, what other than the 70s, what makes it?
Well, it's I don't consider golf exercise unless I'm walking.
Yeah.
So it is the flattest, easiest walk of the 5 courses I play. And I'm 63 and I have mild emphysema. So a hilly course, not easy for me on the walk. So I like that about it. And I just, I like the par 5s. There's no, I mean, some of the holes are difficult, but there's no tricks. It's a very straight ahead setup, excuse me, flattish golf course. Like the biggest, you know, and there are little things like at number 11, you need to, it's an extra club. Even though the yardage will tell you it's an 8-iron, it's a 7, right? There's something about that. And I grew up on a course that had a couple of those holes where even if you think that's what it is, it ain't that. You need the extra whatever. There's wind coming over from somewhere or something. It's like, and I know all those little nuances, and I like that course. And the last 4 holes are really difficult, which I also like. So,
Right.
yeah, just
Love
Wow.
that.
Part
That's
2.
a tough way to end it.
I was going to say part 2 is, other than Pebble, Augusta, or St. Andrews, which course would you most want to play?
my caveat is I would really like it to be a nice day.
Sure. Good caveat.
So we're going to Scotland or Ireland.
I would like to play Carnoustie.
Carnoustie. Very nice.
Yeah.
I have several friends who've gone to and played Scotland and Ireland. I've never gone, and one of them said the best thing. He said, "Every day we played was a day in Toronto I would not have played." And my other friend said it rained for the first 12 holes, and for the last 6 holes, it poured. But the course that looks the most interesting to me would be Carnoustie, probably.
Excellent.
I like Donald Ross courses as well. Maybe Pinehurst number 2.
It definitely sounds like you got to be requesting decent weather on those ones. That's
Well, but not Pinehurst. But if I went to Scotland, my friend David had a round. Have you ever had David Mary on your
Well,
chat?
we were supposed to record them this week, but we've kind of, he's kind of disappeared a bit on us.
Oh yeah, he's in Naples. I called him today. He was playing golf. He's in Naples, Florida. He had a perfect day at Turnberry a few years ago. A sunny day, very little wind. So it would be that.
Hmm,
But
very nice. Question number 2, you can put together your ideal foursome with the caveat no LPGA, PGA, or Live Tour players. And it can include anyone alive or dead who's rounding out your foursome.
no live. Oh, yes. Patrick Reed.
Don't use his name. He's going to sue us. Do not use his name.
Well, my ideal foursome would be me and my dad
Ah,
and
great.
my brother, although he's not always my ideal guy, but okay.
So the weather has to be perfect for your
Yeah.
brother.
Me and my dad and my friend Steve Pulver and my brother. That would be an ideal foursome for me. Yeah, and my father said a comfortable foursome to play golf with is just about the best thing you can have in life.
Yeah. that's
I've got
true.
one now. I've got an AA group of guys, and you'll love this. One of them used to be Dwayne Allman's heroin dealer. They're all sober guys from way back, but they were all most of them were in the music business. And one of them was whenever Dwayne Allman came to LA, he would contact this guy to get him some smack.
Smack. Wow.
Huh.
What?
Amazing.
Well, so he only had he was in AA, but he never had a smack problem. He stayed off the smack, but the alcohol got him.
I don't know if Bobby, his name is Bobby. He's a construction, he owns a construction company now, and he's a great guy. But the other guy started out as a roadie with rock bands and ended up doing road manager for the Doobie Brothers or something. And they're all semi-retired, you know.
Right.
But and they all play public golf and they make the tee times and call me, and when I'm in town, John's part of the foursome. It's just yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Kind of leads nicely into question number 3, sort of. I don't know if you're a sober guy, John, but even if you
Oh,
are, if you are a sober guy, yeah. So the bar cart comes around. It's a nice hot day in California. Are you ordering what are you ordering from the bar cart? Are you going water? Are we going Gatorade?
I just quit sugar.
Oh, wow.
So I'm ordering a Coke Zero or a Pepsi, no sugar.
Are we going over ice or are we going straight from the can?
Oh no, I don't do ice on the course, generally speaking.
Okay.
And I bring my
Did you
own
quit ice?
No, I usually have the can. I bring my own water
Yeah.
and I bring food. Now I'm such an old guy. Bring food in a little Tupperware. We all do. All of us do. Fuck Ken, the guy who runs the foursome, he brings oatmeal, for God's sake. Got a thing, and at number 9 tee, he's slurping oatmeal out of it.
I'm a little the same way though. Like I'll bring a full like coffee thermos, then I'll have like a bar, like a protein bar in my bag. I like bringing my own stuff. It's super satisfying.
I'll stop for a pepperoni stick on the way a lot.
Pepperoni stick. Mwah. I remember when I could eat a pepperoni stick. Those days are long gone.
By the way, I play with a guy who used to be Greg Allman's sugar dealer. So that was a
You know what I noticed too, but I noticed this. I've lost almost 35 pounds.
oh, congratulations.
But I would get so tired by 16 that I would stagger in, bogeying the last 3 and shit like that. So part of the food thing, I bring up usually a couple of bananas and other things, almonds, but you want to have energy at the end of the round.
Yeah.
It never occurred to me until I got into my 50s that was even a realistic idea, but you got to have energy to finish.
Yeah. And you get pretty dehydrated too. That's the other
It's true.
thing I think people don't realize, especially if you're drinking.
Yeah. Oh, booze. Oh God, yes.
Yeah,
Uh,
either way though, anytime I've always found especially if you're walking, by the time you get to the last 4 or 5 holes, it definitely gets harder. You start
Oh,
you start
sure.
to miss things you wouldn't otherwise miss.
Get tired. You don't make the swing. Swing you know how to make. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at you, lift your head, whatever. Yep. Mental mistakes, all of that.
Question number 4. I don't know. Go ahead,
Wait a
John.
minute. Before you go to the question, watch the 2009 Masters final round on YouTube, which is one of my favorite things to do is to watch old Masters final rounds. Kenny Perry is 48 years old. He birdies number 16. He hits a great shot in, he birdies it, and he thinks he's got it won. And he literally never hits another fucking shot. The rest of the bogeys the last 2, ends up in a playoff and loses the playoff because he switches it off mentally. And not that I'm as good as Kenny Perry, but I've done that in a round as well. You just switch off and you can't do it anymore. You're fighting everything coming in. Never think the round's over until the round's over. So sorry, go ahead.
No, 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 no.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I always
excellent
pull out a
advice.
pepperoni stick on the 16th tee, get myself back into it.
He's the only
Stay in
guy
the
I know-
game.
Boys are like, Daryl, a 4th pepperoni stick, and I'm like, guys, 2 holes, we got 3 holes to go here.
Was that the sound of the ball strike or you farting as you hit it?
Yes.
That's the sound of him zoning in.
I am zoned on this baby.
But your story, your anecdote kind of flows nicely to the next question because it is around emotions or keeping your emotions on the golf course or maybe even mental focus. But what's either the angriest you've ever seen someone on the golf course or how do you keep from losing it on the golf course?
I try very hard, but I fail.
Do you?
I fail. I swear. And occasionally I look around to see if there's a nice clear lane behind me and I throw a club down that lane.
Okay.
But I really, flubbing chips, 3 putting, those 2 things really drive me nuts. Although I'm better at 3 putting. It's the stubbing a chip that
Yeah.
absolutely makes me crazy. But the angriest and the funniest was Doug Hutchings. Hey, Doug, I think he lives in Calgary now. He had a little pitch into number 8 one day, and he chunked it really bad, and he turned and threw his club up into a tree, and got the next one on the green and putted out, and we walked to the 9th tee, and I turned to somebody and said, "Did he actually get his wedge out of the tree?" And the guy went, "Shh." And we walked 4 holes before he reached in for the wedge
Oh,
and realized he'd thrown it up in the tree at number 8. And that was the maddest I ever saw anybody.
Isn't that what happened to you, Daryl? Didn't
Yeah,
you do
no,
that?
it wasn't a wedge, it was an 8 and a 7 iron.
Threw both of them up
My
in the
bad.
tree?
Totally.
Yeah, I did. I really lost it one day. And the worst thing was I wasn't even playing badly. I didn't play badly. I played better after that. Really got a lot of emotion out, I think. We talk about this a lot. Yeah, I hit it into a bunker off my drive with my drive, and then I was up against the lip, so I should have hit a wedge just to get it over the lip but I went, no, I can get to a part where I can still maybe make a birdie on this hole. So I hit a 7 iron and hit the lip, came right back to me. Took the 8 iron out. Actually, no, through the club. Hit the 8 iron, hit the lip again, came right back to me. Threw the 8 iron up into the tree. And it was a really dense tree, so there was no finding it. So
That's
those
impressive.
might be the last times I ever threw a club. That was it.
Compounding mental mistake on mental mistake 3 times. That's very good.
You know what? My own fault. I didn't bring it back to Slim Jims that day. Didn't have a pepperoni stick.
Ah,
I was out.
I used to hate bogeying the first hole, and I used to hate it so much I did it a lot. And I've started making more birdies in the last 3 years. And what I discovered a real big thing for me was I would bogey the first hole and think, you know what? I'm going to make a birdie,
Oh yeah.
a couple of birdies. I'm playing well. Why you shouldn't worry about this.
Right.
We got a par 5 here. Let's make a birdie there. You know?
As
So,
the way I've calmed myself down after a start, because I've only broken 80 once since the 90s. I've talked about this,
wow.
but yeah, but that I was playing with Nick that day. I think that might have been the first time Nick and I ever played together. But I was
Mhm.
like 6 over after 5 holes,
Yeah.
and then I
Been
went
there.
1 over the rest of the way. And now I'm like, well, why? You still got a lot of time. You can
Yeah.
still come back from a bad start.
Yep. There's a course out here that one of the guys likes to play at. It's a little more expensive than our normal courses, and it's 60 times harder. Seems like I broke 80 there the first time I played it because I hold a wedge shot for a 2 on one hole, and I was just in the zone all day. Um, but ever since then, I'm 81, 82, 83 on that course. And every time they say, "Hey, we're going to play Los Robles," I'm not going. I'm not driving. I'm not driving an hour to play like shit for 4 hours. I'm not.
And paying more for it.
Right. And it's right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
another, it's an extra $30.
You know, if someone said you only have to drive an hour to shoot an 80 or an 81, I'm like, I can walk there if that's what I'm going to shoot.
Well, well, one of the courses we play is 10 minutes from my house.
Great.
And another one is
Nice.
another one. The other 2 or 3 others are oh no, that's too bad. 2 or 3 others are no more than 25 minutes, half an hour. So uh driving that extra just to get my ass kicked at Los Robles. Ay, so,
No,
Uh,
that's an easy one. Cut that out.
Last question, John. Your favorite golf moment. This could be either something you experienced or something you witness on TV.
well, I had a hole in one when I was 14.
Wow.
Never had another one. But what made it special was I was playing with my dad and 2 of his friends. And
Wow.
I don't know that anything I did ever beat that.
Hmm.
But a guy from my hometown won the Masters 20 years ago.
That's right, Mike
And
Weir, a
Right.
couple of Sarnia
That-
boys.
that was pretty damn special. I gotta
I'd
say.
I'd say so. Yeah, that must have been exhilarating watching that. I mean, I watched it too, but for you, it
My
must have
wife
been even.
came in for the last couple of holes, or maybe the last 6 or 7 holes, and I made a prediction. She saw Matisse go to the 18th, 8 under. Mike was 5 under at the time. He was about to birdie 13. And my wife said, "Well, Matisse is going to win." And I said, "Well, maybe not. The 18th hole at Augusta is the hardest hole on earth to make par on if you have to make par."
Right.
And he made like an 8-footer for bogey. He just butchered that hole. And then Mike had that 5-footer for par on the last hole. And I was sitting on my couch and I was thinking, okay, he's going to miss it. And you're going to have to hold it together here. You can't kill the dog or scream at people. You're just going to have to hold it together. And he made it. And I fell off the couch.
Wow.
Awesome.
I was so tense and into him doing that. I still get nutty for Mike. He shot 17 under the opening round, the opening tournament in Hawaii for the seniors, but Stricker beat him by 5. Stricker was lights out all week, but Mike opening the season with 17 under, that's pretty good. I think he's going to have a good year. Yeah,
Mhm.
those 2 though, the hole in one.
Yeah.
And I mean, golf is full of special moments. I could relate another 5 of them, you know,
Yeah.
Personal ones
Yeah.
that I can remember distinctly and could put into a particular perspective. But those 2 are the 2 best, probably.
That's
Now, as a
fantastic.
fellow Leafs fan, Mike, do you know what was almost as emotional for me with the Mike Weir win was the next night when he dropped the puck at a Leafs game. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that was nice, wasn't it?
And they literally had to tell the crowd to, okay, that's enough. We need to play this game. Like it just kept going and going.
It was such.
Really?
Yeah, it was a Leafs playoff game. So imagine the Leafs still playing that late into the year. The good old days.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
That was the Sundin era, right? They had
Yeah.
good teams that year, those years.
Yeah, they did have good teams.
Yeah, they beat Ottawa every year in the playoffs. It was great. John, we're all comedians, and I know Daryl's met you. We've not had a chance to meet you, but we were so honored that you wanted to come on. You're a legend in Canadian comedy. You've done absolutely virtually everything you could possibly do. So it was super cool of you to want to come on, and awesome to hear your golf
To
stories.
meet you all. Where are you guys? Are you all in Toronto?
Yeah, we're all Toronto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only Monty from Toronto. The rest of us are
Yeah.
from around. So
I'm anyone going to Vancouver next week to do the debaters?
no, none of us, sadly.
Oh. What's next for you, John?
I won't see you.
Guess not.
Well, I'm doing debaters next week. Then I got to ship for fucking 13 shows.
Jeez.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What's that like? Do you enjoy doing cruise ships?
I like cruise ships. I've been doing them forever. 27 years. Just slightly less than I've been sober. A year less. But I don't like working for Royal Caribbean anymore. And they have these particular ships that have comedy clubs, and you're doing 2 shows a night and 3 shows one night. So it's and you have one night, you have Thursday night off. So it's 2 2 2 2 Thursday off, then 3 2. So it's 13 in the end.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's just too damn many
Mm.
at my age.
That's a lot.
Besides that, at the end of the week, by the end of the week, people are coming back.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And you feel as though you should lay in a different half hour or whatever it is. I get burned out that many shows now. I didn't used to. I used to be able to do Vegas and do 14 shows in a 7-night period, but it burns me out now. So I just did 28 shows in 18 days.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a lot of shows.
Then I'm going.
I just did 28 shows in 2022, so that was a good year for me.
Then I'm going to Edmonton to do a casino show at Yellowhead. And then I think I'm sneaking into Toronto. I haven't confirmed this damn gig yet, but I'm supposed to go to the Bahamas and do a one-nighter for this guy, this corporate guy. And I'm going to go Edmonton to Toronto and then fly to the Bahamas from Toronto. But
Nice.
and then the big trip is March 16th. I'm flying to Tahiti and
Whoa.
hooking up with a ship, and I'm doing the South Pacific up to Hawaii and back, and then flying home from Tahiti.
Wow.
Wow. Do you ever bring your clubs on those trips?
I have never brought my clubs on a cruise ship. No, I've played in Jamaica a couple of times in the old
Cool.
days. I knew the cruise director and he liked to play, so he would take me out. And I always figured I wouldn't miss the ship if I was with the cruise director. You get paranoid about missing it.
I can imagine.
Do any of you have recurring dreams
Sure.
about being late for a show? Or
Oh, yeah.
I recently had a dream where I was at a show and I was in jeans. And since my brand is not jeans,
Right.
I found that really discomforting. But
Oh.
my usual recurrence is we're late.
Mm-hmm.
The car breaks down. Somebody goes, "Don't worry, I'll take you." and then his car breaks down and somebody's there says, don't worry, we'll get there. And then something happens with them and I never actually get to the show. That's my bad one.
Monty has
nightmares. I would
Oh,
say
here we
Nick has
go.
Nick has a nightmare that Monty's going to show up in jeans. At Nick's
No,
course.
basketball shorts.
Well,
I
yeah,
say
yeah.
Monty has a recurring dream that he shows up to private golf courses in basketball shorts.
He's been known to do that.
I have a recurring dream. I'm just happy that I'm wearing pants in any recurring dream. I'll tell you that.
It's weird how people dream that. I used to dream that I showed up somewhere in my underwear, but I realized it was the same dream the other night. Stepping on stage wearing like sweatpants or some fucking thing. It was the same kind of dream. I felt.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, the root of it is like being unprepared, right? Or
Right,
out of control.
that's right. I like unprepared. Yeah.
Yeah, unprepared. Yeah.
Because I've also gotten to the age where, oh, you'll love this. I can't phone it in, right? I can't think, oh, I've got a late night adult show tonight and I don't have to plan it. Yeah, I do have to plan it.
Right.
At least partially. You have to plan a general plan for the show. When I
Right.
work with a guy. I did like 25 shows with this one guy in the last 2 weeks, and he brought a note. He brought notes to every show, a set list, and the set never fucking changed. Back set every fucking show, and he brought a list.
Uh,
What kind
25
of dreams? Yeah.
25
ahead.
shows in a row, still list.
I don't know why he needed that list.
But imagine his dreams that he's having. Like
Oh.
he's so unprepared.
Oh, that's absolutely true. So, yeah.
Such an honor, John. Thank you for doing this,
Yeah,
man.
thank you so
My
much.
pleasure, guys. Really enjoyed it. I'll do it
Yeah.
anytime. We can tell more golf stories. I got a
Would love
billion
to.
of
Yeah.
Love that.
Awesome.
Be
them.
really
Good,
fun.
everybody. Thanks,
Take
Thanks,
care,
buddy.
John.
Thanks so much, John.
Take care.
Hi, John.
Nick, Daryl. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, man. Oh, that was John Wing. What an amazing storyteller. That's someone, we don't talk about having recurring guests, but that's definitely someone we could have back on. I think, as he said at the end, he's got a million stories, and I think they're all probably fantastic. But what a great episode. What a great way to end season 2.
Yeah,
sad.
totally.
Sad the end of season 2. We had a good season. We had a good run.
Yeah.
A lot of insightful golf talk on that one. That was, I tell you, he was bringing it.
I know,
Yeah,
but don't you think like that's what probably makes him a great comedian too? Is he's an insightful
sure.
guy,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that's why we're shitty comedians.
Yeah, we're just dumb men.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know. My key is to not be
Eh?
insightful. It's the reverse. It's like not know what's going on. That's the most important thing.
He just called ourselves dumb. Then Gina had to emasculate us even more by saying, "Men?"
Well, I thought she was including herself in that. That you said we're dumb men, and then there's a woman here.
Oh yeah, you can look at it that way too.
But yeah, let's reflect on the season 2. I mean, we had our first ever sponsor. We got on a YouTube.
We had our first sponsor. We got rid of our
Yeah.
first sponsor.
No, we didn't get rid. We fulfilled the terms of our contractual agreements, and I thought fulfilled them quite well. And we got on the Comedy Records YouTube channel, which is huge.
Ah,
We welcomed
Yeah.
the one and only GLP.
Yeah,
you
we
know me
signed
on as a
Gina
host
to a 38-year contract
Yeah.
until she's a senior.
in
Yeah,
perpetuity. We're gonna pay you
a
like
smart move.
yeah, Bobby Bonilla. We're gonna pay you $1 million for the next 25 years.
Bobby Bonilla. I don't think Gina and Bobby Bonilla would get tied together, but yeah,
Well,
they're there.
Bobby
Yeah.
Bonilla retired before Gina was born, I think.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
I,
Yeah, but
I
he's
don't
still
even know who
getting
that
paid.
is.
He's a former baseball player who's still getting paid, even though he hasn't played for almost 30 years.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why? He got injured?
Well, basically,
just-
yeah, he got injured, and I think they only owed him like $9 million, but they set it up that they were going to pay him yearly, and it works out that every July 1st he still gets $1 million.
Come on.
Yeah, look it up, Bobby Bonilla.
That's
You're the Bobby Bonilla
hilarious.
of podcasting, Gina. That's what we've.
Yes.
Yeah. Gina,
amazing.
we're gonna backload the money. Would you mind if we paid most of it 50 years from now? Starting 50 years from now, we'll escalate it. And it was like, we got to get in under the salary cap.
Gina's like,
It-
none of you are living for 50 years.
Even
Yeah.
Gina will be in her 80s at that point.
We'll set up the account. It'll be all taken care of. We'll talk to Bobby Bonilla's money man.
Okay, just direct deposit, just Venmo me.
Yeah, no
You
problem.
think Venmo will still be a thing? In 50?
I don't know.
But of course, thank you, each and every one of you, for listening and sharing and reviewing the podcast and posting and all that stuff. We couldn't do it without you. The reason we do it every week. We've already got some exciting plans, some exciting guests for season 3. We just a little tease, maybe even an Olympian or two may be coming on. But yeah, some exciting stuff. We're going to take a little break, but we'll be back in a couple weeks with season 3. And yeah, stay tuned for the "Where's That Bar Card Bucket Hat" line.
I
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
wait.
The excitement.
I know.
Can
Palpable.
can we like winterize them for the winter? Like,
Sure,
could you
just like ear flaps.
maybe just like fold it down and then tie it underneath or something?
I gotta
It's
get like
cold.
like real fox fur just around the brain,
Yeah.
just to keep the
Yeah,
forehead
exactly.
warm.
We can fill the inside with foil. Does that
Yeah,
help?
perfect.
That's
yeah.
it keep your head warm.
Yeah.
I could do
Yeah.
that now.
How it works.
Foil inside, would that keep you warm?
I don't know. I'd be like a thermos.
Can I tell you guys a quick thing? So I
Please.
went to a Russian spa in Mississauga. So it was the most authentically Russian place. It was in a strip mall and it's very unassuming. And you walk in and there's like red lighting.
Hold on.
There's-
It's the most authentic Russian
Oh,
thing.
no.
It was in a strip mall.
No, no,
Is
no.
Russia known for its strip malls?
Unrelated thought. No, didn't mean that. But like inside they had they were like serving Russian cocktails and it was just this like, anyway, everyone there speak Russian and they were like, do you want a wool hat? And I was like, for the sauna? And they're like, yeah, it'll keep you cool.
Oh,
And I was like, what? What? And I was like, oh no, I think I'm good. I can do my own like body temperature regulation. And then immediately regretted it because in the sauna it was so freaking hot, and all of the Russian ladies wore these wool hats, and they just seemed like it was like a nice summer breeze.
damn.
So yeah, wool I think on your head has that cooling effect.
Wow, the Russians throwing curveballs, eh?
I just lots of info to take in for you guys in that
Yeah, that's a
story. I'm
lot to-
sorry.
It's a lot to
Um,
process.
It's a
Well,
lot to end the
okay.
show with.
Should we be wearing those next summer? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, consider Where's That Bar Cart wool hat.
Wool hats. Okay.
All right, long drive, no air conditioning, deerskin coats. I got you.
It's counterintuitive, but
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
Kind of like this podcast. Thank you all. We do really appreciate it. And yeah, that's it for season 2.
Yeah, we'll
And
see you in a
thanks,
couple
Nick.
weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, my pleasure.
What
I'll
are
see
we
you guys
thanking
soon.
Nick for?
Yeah, what are they thanking me for?
well, Nick, I feel like you're at the helm of this ship, and you do a great job.
I don't know about helm. I'm on the ship.
I mean,
Uh,
that's kind of hurtful.
He's wearing
Kinda
a
hurtful.
ship-bearing hat.
Sorry, Daryl.
that's true. That's about as helmy as I get.
Yeah.
This is the captain's hat.
Yeah, that's a hat that's been on a boat for sure.
Yeah, sure, true. What a perfect way
Well,
to end.
I agree. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Daryl.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gina.
In fact, I'm gonna
Um,
start calling you Nick Helm,
Nick Helm.
who's actually a British comedian. But you know what?
Oh, great.
You can't
That
have
won't
enough
get
Nick
confusing.
Helms.
We're taking it.
Yeah. All right.
love you
thank
all.
you very much. Yeah. See you
Nice to
next
see you guys.
year.
God bless you all.
Do all
This is so
a good night.
sad. Bye-bye.
Stay safe. Stay ready.
Henry Longhurst used to call the tradesman's entrance. Now, you know, it doesn't count as the tradesman's entrance if it goes in the side, only if it goes in the back.
She can hit it, although it looks like it's